All right, so this is one of the lab exam rooms that we use to allow the students to actually get the hands-on practice that I was mentioning earlier. This is an actual office, all right? It's set up, patients are actually seen in this room. So we like to give the students, to work in these rooms because it gives them the opportunity to actually feel this is what it feels like to actually be in an examination room with a patient. We actually I have my students do real scenarios where they'll have their fellow classmates sit in the waiting area. They'll come back here, they'll get the room set up, they'll bring their patients in, they'll go through the explanation, everything that they're going to do. All right, but now as far as hands-on, here we have an example of a dummy arm for our students. While they're learning phlebotomy, we use the dummy arm to actually allow them to practice, learning how to tie tourniquets, find veins, holding the needles, proper procedure. Then what we do is we actually take the dummy arms out and we actually have the students practice on each other. So not only are they getting the actual feel from a simulated arm, but then they're actually learning how to draw blood on each other. They're actually getting real world practice. And then, some students have the opportunity to actually work in the doctor's office. So after the students get the opportunity of practicing on the simulated arm, the dummy arm, what we do is we take them out and then we actually use it as an examination room. We have the students sit out in the waiting area and act as patients, and then we have the actual medical assistants. If it's a medical assistant or a phlebotomist, they'll come in, they'll get their room set up with all the supplies, they'll bring their patient in, and they'll sit the patient in, they'll walk them through the procedure, and they'll actually draw blood, just like if they were actually working in an actual doctor's office, because this is what we're preparing them for. We're preparing them to go out into the field, to work in an actual medical office, and this is one of the reasons why I like working here at Austin Medical Training, because we do have we do have examination rooms that we can bring the students in and get the feel of what an examination room would look like. We have all our supplies here. These are the supplies that are used. All right, the drawers, they have the equipment necessary. All right, we have hemocults. All right, we have our tourniquets, band-aids, alcohol pads. We have our sharps containers in the rooms. All right, and students come in, and when they get to see all of this and they say, oh wow, this is just like my doctor's office, this is where they actually now feel that they're going to get the education that they're coming here for.